Hey Gems, welcome back. Recently I went on a walk in my neighborhood. Now, where I live, there are at least 2 or 3 trails that we like to take. And we are surrounded by a very woodsy area. So I couldn't help but stop and take a look at my surroundings. And what I saw caught my attention and a thought came to mind. Now, if you're familiar with the area of the world that I live in, you know that we are currently in the fall season, which means the leaves have changed colors. Some of them have already fallen and the trees may or may not be bare. Now, I couldn't help but notice just how beautiful this is. And I also thought, how interesting is it that we seem to find beauty in death? Now, let me explain. We know that for this part of the world at least, there are 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Or winter, spring, summer, fall, right? But I know many who have, say, scheduled their weddings around this very season because they love the colors, they love being surrounded by the beauty of the season. But if you think about it, what's really happening here is the death of something. Something is dying away. Something is changing. If you look at the trees, the leaves are falling away, and before they fall away, they start to change colors. They go from green to yellow to red or orange, and eventually they fall off the tree. And if you walk around my neighborhood, you'll see just how many leaves are on the ground right now. But this is where the thought came in. When we look around during the season, we think just how beautiful it is, not realizing or stopping to think really that the trees are dying in a sense. The leaves at least are dying and they're falling off the trees. How many times have we stopped to look at the things that we're experiencing and see the beauty in the change that is taking place in our lives? If we could apply this very same mindset to our lives and the changes that we experience, I imagine that it would be vastly different for most of us. I know that for us, unfortunately, it's not as easy to view the changes and the different seasons of our lives as beautiful. But what if we were to apply this mindset? What if we were to look at these changes and realize that they are a change for good? What if we were to look at the changes and realize that whatever it is that we may be going through right now is not going to stay this way forever? It's not going to last. Whatever you may be experiencing or going through right now is not going to last forever. It's not going to stay this way forever. Just look at the seasons, for example. Yes, it is currently fall, but it won't be fall forever. Fall is but a few months. The seasons come and the seasons go. Yes, I know we're going to be followed by winter, and in many places, winter can be really harsh. But do you remember the season that follows winter? It is spring, and this is where everything will blossom again. This is when the trees will be full and vibrant again. And in the same token, I would love to believe that in your life, whatever season you may be facing right now, it too will change. But on another note, whatever season you may be experiencing, I would love to encourage you to find the beauty in it. As I started off by saying, it's amazing how we find beauty in this fall season because of the colors. Perhaps not stopping to think that these colors represent death that is approaching for the leaves before they fall off the trees. But we take the time to enjoy it. Now, when winter comes along, many of us who love snow will find ways to enjoy it, whether it's to go sledding or skiing or playing snowball fights with our friends. We find the beauty in it. Now, I personally have always wished for and prayed for a white Christmas. It's been a while since I've gotten it, but for me to wake up one morning and look out my window and see a blanket of white snow on the ground is beautiful. Now, granted, I don't want to have to drive in it or maybe even walk through it really, but I find the beauty in it. So I want to leave you on this note. Whatever season you may be experiencing currently in your life, take the time to find the beauty in it. Take the time to enjoy what you can of it, knowing that it won't last forever because another season is approaching. And on that note, I want to thank you again for tuning in. See you next time. This was Pretty Green Emerald, encouraging you one blog at a time.